Eyewitness News presents Hispanic Heritage.
Hello everyone, I'm Candace Kelly.
And I'm Nick Toma. Thank you for joining us for this special presentation celebrating Hispanic heritage.
We are focusing on the rich tapestry of cultures that make up the Hispanic communities in northeastern Pennsylvania. Now, the Diocese of Scranton is using radio to reach Hispanic worshipers.
Yeah, a weekly program spoken in Spanish is helping to make the connection. WBRE 28, WYRU 22. Eyewitness News reporter Mark Hiller takes a look and listen.
Levantó el libro y dijo, esto es palabra de Dios.
What you are hearing is history in the making. The first ever locally produced Spanish Catholic radio program in the Diocese of Scranton. The weekly broadcast is the brainchild of the program's facilitator, Jose Flores, who serves as coordinator for Hispanic ministry in the diocese. Flores had an epiphany of sorts when he moved to northeastern Pennsylvania in 2020.
I realized that the radio could be a good tool, a good means to get to people and evangelize through it.
The 26-year-old Flores developed the one-hour Spanish-spoken program on Saturdays to essentially discuss Catholic faith fundamentals. To do that, he needed a little help, which Flores found in some fellow Hispanic worshipers at St. John Newman Parish in Scranton.
He approached to us and tell us about the idea and say, oh, I will join, excellent.
Rufino Cano and his wife are two of the radio team's 5 members. None of them had radio experience, including Flores, when they took to the microphone for the first time in mid-August.
Tell me about what it felt like.
Nervous, of course, but at the same time we were all excited.
We were very nervous that first day, and we don't know what expect, what we're going to say. And we were like just trusting.
Antes del año 70, después hacia el año 70, después de Cristo fueron los evangelios de Mateo y Lucas.
Cano took a leap of faith as a first-time radio co-host, recognizing the need far outweighed any apprehension he may have.
In the past, the diocese didn't know about the reach of our culture and how it's expanding year after year.
The radio team meets weekly to plan their next radio broadcast. September focused on books of the Bible and their importance. The team has also taken up topics like matrimony as both a sacrament and vocation.
My sister-in-law came up to me and she said, congratulations. I said, it's not my birthday. She said, we all listen to you guys and the radio is so beautiful, it's so rich, man. We learn. I said, so I say, it was for me the answer that the people need this.
Like, we have gotten to people that we had no idea we could have.
Flores says in time the broadcast may include live callers, but in the meantime, he and his fellow broadcasters hope their message is received so that they may build a bridge of spirituality in the Hispanic community. A personal impact Flores describes in 2 words.
Very meaningful, definitely. To be able to be an instrument to get to people and share the good news and share the gospel with them.
Buenos días, muy buenos días. Dios te bendiga a ti que nos escuchas una vez más.
Celebrating Hispanic heritage in Scranton, Mark Hiller, 2822 Eyewitness News.
The weekly radio program is heard Saturday morning from 11 a.m. till noon on local Spanish radio station La Mega.
And you can tune in on 94.9 FM in Scranton and 95.3 FM in Wilkes-Barre. It's also streamed at lamega95fm.com.
St. Peter's Cathedral, downtown Scranton, a celebration of culture. In late September, Bishop Joseph Bembera celebrated Mass in Spanish in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month. The cathedral was packed with people for the Mass that celebrated the cultural richness and special gifts that Hispanics bring to the life of the diocese in Scranton. The Wolf administration kicking off Hispanic Heritage Month at the state capitol.
The executive director for Governor Wolf's Advisory Commission on Latino Affairs and a number of lawmakers attended the events, including State Rep Manny Guzman from Berks County, and he reflected on the importance of hope, resilience, and opportunity in America.
The commonality of the American dream, the quintessential American dream. Immigrants like my father and like my family who've come to this country with nothing and have been able to recreate themselves, recreate their families into a perfect American life.
This year's theme, Esperanza, a celebration of Hispanic heritage and hope.
The Hazleton area is home to one of the largest Hispanic populations in northeastern Pennsylvania. Coming up, we will talk with community leaders about how the community has grown and its optimism for the future. And we'll learn a lot more about a community center dedicated to bringing all cultures together.
And we'll tempt your taste buds with some rich treats. One man's sweet journey of success from Mexico to northeastern PA.
You're watching a special Eyewitness News presentation, Hispanic Heritage.
Hispanic Heritage Month is being celebrated in the city of Hazleton, where by some estimates, the Hispanic population is in the majority.
WBRE 28, WYOU 22 Eyewitness News I-Team reporter Andy Mahalchik reports from his hometown, where the Hispanic community is thriving.
What we expect in the next 5 to 10 years in the northeastern of Pennsylvania is something that for me is great.
Amilcar Arroyo says he shouts that message out to anyone who will listen. He emigrated here from Peru 30 years ago, making Hazleton his home. He is the publisher of the Spanish language newspaper El Mensajero. He says the new immigrants from Latin America see Hazleton as a place they too can call home for generations to come.
They come in looking for two things: a new opportunity in their life and raise a family, and in the meantime contribute paying taxes into this area. Nothing that means change is easy.
Arroyo says the Hispanic culture has brought new and exciting things to the city.
You bring different culture, different cuisine, different music. That is the fabric, the new fabric into the soul of the United States of America. We are part of that, the Latino people.
Arroyo says the Latino community is making a big impact on the economy of Hazleton. Throughout the city, especially in Center City, Hispanic businesses are flourishing.
Going to see the positive way business is more and more businesses opening daily in Hazleton. You gotta ask the Chamber of Commerce, can do. We have Wyoming, we don't have one store available in Wyoming Street.
The same optimism can be seen and heard at the Dominican House of Hazleton. The folks here help immigrants from the Dominican Republic make the transition from their former life to their new life here in America.
I think that everybody is pushing in the same way to promote the United States, to do something positive for the United States, and to promote and be productive to the Pennsylvania state.
Victor Perez, president of the Dominican House of Hazleton, says many of the folks who come here for help want to build a future for themselves and their families. They, like the immigrants before them, see America as the land of opportunity.
We got a lot of people investing money in different cities in the Hazleton and the whole Pennsylvania. So I think that this is very, very positive, and I think we got a lot of people involved in something positive in the community, because that is the way. We want that everybody be part of the United States.
He says the Hispanic community realizes they have the best of both worlds, the traditions and cultures of their homeland and the promise and culture of their new home, America. Celebrating Hispanic heritage in Hazleton, Andy Mahalchik, 2822 Eyewitness News.
Uniting people of all cultures, not only during Hispanic Heritage Month, but all year long. That's the mission of a Luzerne County-based community organization.
WBRE 28, WYOU 22. Eyewitness News reporter Madonna Mantione stopped by the Hazleton Integration Project.
The Hazleton Integration Project was founded in 2011. Finding a home in a former Catholic school building on East 4th Street, the building was renovated and turned into a community center. Since then, the nonprofit has made educational, cultural, and athletic programs available at little or no cost to children and adults in the area.
We think that it's important for every community to take a look and make sure that every kid has the opportunity to succeed to their highest level.
Promoting diversity and inclusion among all of the region's ethnic cultures is a guiding principle. The center offers language and citizenship classes and has partnerships with Penn State and Bloomsburg universities. Curry says it's all to build pathways to college, scholarships, and a better community.
We have kids when we started who were in our courses, and as they got older and they got into high school, or even college, they became mentors to our younger kids.
One of those mentors is Maria Aliaga, a recent Northwestern University graduate. She serves as the educational coordinator, helping students learn one-on-one.
In schools, you know, they have a curriculum that they have to follow and certain things and milestones that they have to meet. And so then sometimes the issue is that learning isn't always fun. So then for us, at least our philosophy for our program is we want to make learning fun.
It's a role that means a lot to her. She came to Hazleton from Peru with her family when she was 2 and faced some obstacles adjusting to a new home.
Having immigrant parents who mainly only spoke Spanish, homework was horrible. I couldn't have anybody to help me. I didn't have anyone to explain things to me. Even when it was easy math stuff, it was simply the reading the prompts that my parents couldn't even get past. So then that's what's important for me here, helping these kids who might not have the resources available to all the other ones simply because of a language barrier.
The mission of the center strongly impacts families in the Hazleton community and beyond.
For us, and at least my personal goal, is to make sure that all these kids have someone there to be able to ensure that they can understand what they're doing, and also to have somebody as an extra support besides their parents.
Celebrating Hispanic heritage in Hazleton, Madonna Mantillon, 2822, Eyewitness News.
The Hazleton Integration Project was the idea of Hazleton native and Major League Baseball manager Joe Maddon.
Maddon hosts a number of events throughout the year to help keep the center going. And for more information, head to pahomepage.com. A local university is celebrating its campus's diversity every day and looks forward to bringing students of all cultures together in understanding.
And we'll tell you about a unique partnership with Wilkes University and students from Panama.
You're watching a special Eyewitness News presentation, Hispanic Heritage.
A local university is committed to creating a welcoming environment for everyone.
Eyewitness News reporter Madonna Mantillon takes us to the campus of East Stroudsburg University, where culture and diversity is celebrated every day.
The Multicultural House at East Stroudsburg University serves as a communal space for students to come together and celebrate diversity. It's home to the Center for Multicultural Affairs and Inclusive Education, where students of all cultural backgrounds can find support and enrichment.
The center really offers a lot of resources, not only to our students of color, but to our students in general, so they can be culturally responsive, culturally aware, and ready for them once they get into the real world as professionals.
Special programming is available to all East Stroudsburg Warriors. Those programs help nurture diversity education and cultural awareness.
We do a lot of educational pieces on campus to ensure that we're teaching about diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Fleming says this is a year-long effort on campus and in the community.
We like to have a 365 model, so we're not just celebrating culture and diversity one specific month of the year. But currently we are celebrating Latinx Heritage Month, which is also celebrated as Hispanic Heritage Month, where ESU has worked with a lot of our Latinx organizations as well as leaders to get the flags on Main Street that have been seen by many.
David Martinez Signs transferred to East Stroudsburg University this year. He says the diversity of the student body here at ESU is an asset.
Everyone just has something completely different to offer to the campus, and I'm just glad that as a Hispanic student, I'm able to represent some of that.
It's all about empowering students to help build a platform for lifelong learning in a global society.
It ends up becoming a byproduct of our academic excellence, our music excellence, our cultural excellence, food, whatever the case may be. You put all of it together and you just get something great at the end of the day.
Celebrating Hispanic heritage in Stroudsburg, Madonna Mantillon, 2822, Eyewitness News.
The campus of East Stroudsburg recently hosted the Pocono Latin Fest.
The event celebrates and promotes awareness of the Latin community. Those attending say it's a great opportunity for people to share and express themselves through their Hispanic and Latino cultures.
A celebration of music and dance is part of the rich tapestry of cultures that makes up our area. And recently, a group of students from Panama who attend Wilkes University stopped by our studios.
PA Live host Chris Bohinski was joined by Erica Acosta. She's the Director of Diversity Initiatives at Wilkes University. And they talked about the program as the students performed the National Dance of Panama.
It's so great to have you here. Erica Acosta, Grand Marshal from the recent Wilkes-Barre Multicultural Parade and Festival.
Thank you for having me.
So we have some dancers that we're highlighting today. They're from Panama, but they're Wilkes University students. Tell us about this group.
Sure, this is a collaboration that Wilkes University has with Panama since 2016. This is our 5th cohort. They just arrived in March, 6 months. And a part of their component of cultural education is to show the community their rich culture from different regions. So you get to see that through their dances and the pollera, meaning the outfit that the young lady will be dancing Annie.
And it's so great when we get to share cultures and maybe traditions with people that might have never seen it before. So what do you think it means for these students to be able to do that with, you know, the folks here in Wilkes-Barre and beyond?
Well, they love it. As soon as we put out a call, hey, how many students? We got a list of 30 students to jump in and celebrate. They love showcasing their rich culture through dance and food. So most of the time they will cook, show us a little bit of something, and to educate the community about their dances.
Wow, well, now I feel like we need to get up and dance.
I love dancing, so.
I think a lot of people do. Thanks so much, Erica.
Thank you for having me.
The 4th annual Multicultural Parade and Festival stepped off in September in downtown Wilkes-Barre. Cultures from all over the world were celebrated through live performances, music, and food. And this year's theme was Integrate and Celebrate.
And new this year in Luzerne County, La Mega Latin Festival held at Kirby Park, Wilkes-Barre in September. The event focused on music, food, family, and brought the community together. Organizers are promising to be back for many years to come.
Are you ready for something rich and sweet? We're making a stop at a Scranton bakery to learn about one man's dream of opening his own business and celebrating his Hispanic heritage.
And we invite you to check out our Hispanic Heritage page on pahomepage.com. There you will see stories of Hispanic heritage from all across the nation.
You're watching a special Eyewitness News presentation, Hispanic Heritage.
We are ending on a sweet note. It's the story of Julian Alarcon, the native of Puebla, Mexico, who arrived in America back in 1982. He worked for a coffee chain and then decided it was time to create sweet treats of his own.
WBRE WYOU photojournalist Joseph Butash takes us to Scranton's South Side and Florida's Bakery.
If you stop by Florida's Bakery in South Scranton, the first thing you'll notice is a very proud store owner and a happy baker.
Oh, I came to 1982. And I came for working. When I go to New York. In New York, the rent, he go to, Then I came for Pennsylvania 2001, Wilkes-Barre. So I came to change area here because he played to soccer. And I pass for here, and I look in this store empty. Oh, I put my choice. Right here, we don't have a bakery, Spanish bakery. A lot of Spanish people.
The store carries many imported goods, but the focus is the breads, croissants, danishes, and more that are all homemade.
That's a pineapple, and that's a pitaya, that's a croissant, chocolate croissant.
I love coming here. I love to get their baked goods. I think that they're one of the best around. They make amazing food, so they have a lot to be proud of.
Can I get 2 cheese, buddy?
Yes. That is the best. The best everything. Pero the cheese then is also the best.
His daughter thought opening a bakery here along Cedar Avenue in South Scranton was a bad idea.
And my daughter, she told me, oh, you're crazy because no people. No people. No, this is good area for business because this is whole area is Spanish, the different countries.
Julian believes tasting his homemade treats is his best form of gaining more customers.
You buy, you like it, you buy. Not like it, no buy.
From what we saw, Julian has no need to worry.
What I like about this bakery is that it might be small and little, but it reminds me of Mexico and just the fresh bakeries, and it's a little bit of Mexico in Scranton.
In Lackawanna County, celebrating Hispanic heritage, Joseph Brutash, 2822 Eyewitness News.
Julian also has a bakery on North Washington Street in Wilkes-Barre, and it's obvious he loves what he's doing.
And that's a wrap on our celebration of local Hispanic heritage. Now you can find many more stories of inspiration on PAHomepage.com.
For everyone here at Eyewitness News, thank you for joining us. I'm Candace Kelly.
And I'm Nick Toma.